It's Friday, August 4th, 2017. I'm your host, Sarah Mantle. We have a great show for you today. First up is our weekly arts and culture segment. This week, we're going to learn about the upcoming Hope Music Festival that will benefit Cape Cod Healthcare. Then we'll meet a 15-year-old Marston's Mills resident who will be the youngest rider to take on the entire 190 miles of the PMC Challenge. Then we'll meet lifeguard Jake Avery and talk about his rescue of a choking baby on Craigville Beach. And finally, we'll chat with Sandy Neck Beach Park manager Nina Coleman. All of that on this episode of Barnstable Today. But first, let's go ahead and get a look at today's top headlines. The Homelessness Committee will chat with a Barnstable County official at its next meeting. The committee invited Beth Albert. She is the director of Barnstable County Human Services. She will talk about the regional network on homelessness and other county programs that are dealing with that issue. The Homelessness Committee meets next Monday at 6 in the Selectmen's Conference Room. Regulatory Services Director Richard Scally will serve on a newly created state alcohol task force. State Treasurer Deb Goldberg convened that task force to deal with industry issues, to help improve state alcohol laws, and to make recommendations to elected officials. Scally was selected out of 130 candidates. We're going to learn more about that appointment during our interview with Richard Scally next Tuesday on Barnstable Today. The Barnstable Police Department will soon host its Citizens Police Academy. The popular course fills up fast, but there is still plenty of time to apply. Police Academy selections will be made this month, and the Academy start date will be sometime in mid to late September. For more information and for an application, you can visit barnstablepolice.com and click through to the Citizens Police Academy. Up next is our weekly arts and culture segment. So Brian and Linda, thank you both so much for joining us today. Very excited to chat about the Hope Music Festival. Let's talk about the origins first, if we can. What made you want to reach out to Cape Cod Healthcare and try and raise some money for some big causes?
So it started with an idea to raise awareness for this epidemic that's taken over locally, taken over regionally, taken over nationally. The addiction is what it's all about. So it started with an idea to raise money for a good cause, to fight and to educate and to prevent addiction. And it began with us acquiring the Melody Tent, one of the most historic venues on Cape Cod. And then we got Cape Cod Healthcare came in as our beneficiary. And when that happened, it became something much bigger than we had originally anticipated. So that's sort of the origin. You know, its inception came from an idea to do a good thing for the community. We didn't realize how big it would, quite how big it would get in the end.
Yeah. Pretty interesting too. I know a lot of the money will be spent. Cape Cod Healthcare has made it clear that they're going to make sure this money doesn't go to administrative tasks. This is really for education purposes, as well as helping individuals navigate trying to find treatment. So that's a really important step, I think. Many people don't realize how difficult it can be to get placed into treatment facilities or get access to those programs.
Absolutely,
so very important for that money to be raised. Tell me a little bit about the concert itself.
So the concert itself is a legendary lineup of 17 artists, legendary artists, and 4 emerging artists. So what we thought what would be great for this event is to turn it around so that the local talent, which is another another approach to a concert like this, is to put the emerging talent that's local here on Cape Cod sort of in front of the legendary lineup. So we've got artists that, from the 60s right through the current day. We have Mark Farner, formerly of Grand Funk Railroad, headlining. We have Barry Goudreau and his new band, The Engine Room, formerly of the band Boston. We have Elliot Easton of the Cars, playing the songs of the Cars, and many more in terms of the legendary artists. And then we have 4 local emerging artists, including Aaron Norcross, who is a guitar prodigy, Nicole Michelle, a 14-year-old singer from the Boston area. It's an up-and-comer, and we have 2 other local artists from the Cape. So infusing these local talents into a legendary lineup, we thought would be a really interesting play on it.
Now, are the artists donating their time for the concert?
So yeah, they're giving us a great
A discount.
discount.
In
Yeah,
part,
put
yeah.
it that way. Yeah.
Was it did you think it would be tough to get individuals to participate, or were they, when you approached them, were they really excited about the project to raise money for a good cause?
As time went on, difficult to get this initiated from the very beginning, but as time went on and momentum grew, we got the local business communities involved, and Linda can say a bit about that.
Mm. Yeah, the community support, I mean, we couldn't ask for more. And it's here we are in Cape Cod, and we're at the forefront and making a difference in our outreach. We have our ambassador, Kristen Hasiotis, joined our team maybe 3 weeks ago, and she put her story out there. She struggled with addiction at 19. That created a huge audience, and we've got people now sending their stories in. We know more about the programs that are available. There's even creating more awareness and a bigger outreach. We've had, it's encouraged more sponsors to participate.
It sounds like, too, it will serve as a way to really, I mean, there's been a big push to really take the stigma off of addiction. It sounds like that this concert will also aid in that. Just open up conversation, allow others to share their stories, and really interesting to see that happening.
Yeah.
Give them hope.
Yeah, yeah.
And we'll be showcasing those some of the people that have lost loved ones. But what better way to do it than through the medium of music, which brings people together. And that's what this is all about. It's about the cause. It begins with the cause. And then it's, you know, through this show, through this concert, it creates awareness. And beyond that, it's all about creating more awareness as time goes on.
Well, tell us, if someone's watching right now and thinking, you know, I really want to support this cause, I would really like to go attend this concert, because you can't ask for more fun. I mean, you get to go to a concert, but at the same time, you know you're really helping out a good cause. How can people get tickets or learn more about the concert?
Well, it's more than a concert. It's a fundraiser for Cape Cod Healthcare for these you know, services, and there's an after party.
Oh, wow.
Yes, there is an after party following the event with the artists, where they have a meet and greet. They're going to play again. They can get their
Maybe
autographs
get a
and
photo.
autographs, photos, yeah, and then our tickets. HopeCapeCod.com. They can go to, for more information, go to HopeCapeCod.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you both for joining me and telling us all about the Hope Music Festival. We really appreciate it, and hope you guys have a great, successful event.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Our guests today, of course, Brian Serponi and Linda Apsey, both organizers of the Hope Music Festival. Now we're going to meet Summer Stagman. At 15, she will be the youngest participant this weekend to ride the entire 190 miles of the Pan Mass Challenge. So Summer, very excited to have you here and talk about your venture. You are going to be this year the youngest participant in the full Pan Mass Challenge. That's amazing. How long is the Pan Mass Challenge?
It's 192 miles.
192 miles.
Yes.
Now, talk to me about your training. What's that like? How many miles are you riding to get ready for this?
This summer, I've ridden 720 so far.
Wow, 720
Yes.
miles. Where do you train? Where do you ride?
We ride the Cape Cod Rail Trail all the way up to Newcomb and back, and that's 50 miles. And then we ride the Cape Cod Canal twice sometimes, so that's about 27.
Wow. How many times a week do you do this?
Usually 3.
Wow, so 3
Yes.
big rides a week.
Yes.
That's a lot of work, Summer. What made you want to participate? Because I know there's also a challenge when you're a Pan Mass participant. You have to raise a lot of money to participate. How much money do you have to raise?
We have to raise $4,800, but it just goes to such an amazing cause.
That's so wonderful. So
Yes.
you've almost hit your $4,800 goal. That amazes me.
Yes.
Especially because your dad's also participating in the race and he's raising $4,800 as well. So good for you guys. How do you feel accomplishing that?
I'm just so happy.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you start, when is the Pan Mass Challenge?
It's this weekend, so August 5th and 6th.
Wonderful. Oh my goodness. So are you nervous? Are you excited for the weekend? How do you feel about it going in?
I'm so excited, a little bit nervous, but mostly really happy.
Now, were you scared at all when you signed up for this? Did you think, I don't know if I'm going to be able to raise that money, or or I don't know if I can do that many miles? Were you scared?
No, because I've always wanted to do it. Watching my dad ride every year since I was really little, and then now that I'm finally old enough, I just can't wait.
Is there anyone you're riding for in particular?
Well, I'm riding for everybody because there's so many people that have been affected, but my uncle, he had cancer, but he went to Dana-Farber and now he looks like he's cancer-free, so it's just so awesome.
Yeah, you really want to give back to the organization.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Well, we are going to be rooting you on. We're so proud of you, Summer.
Thank you.
Anything else you want to say about the ride?
It's just such a great cause, and everybody knows somebody affected by cancer, and it's just a good thing to go out and watch and participate in.
Yeah, I know you've done the kids ride a couple times. That's, I think, did you say 20 miles?
Yes.
So you've done that a few years. When you're riding, do you love seeing people on the side of the road cheering you on?
Yeah, I can't wait for that because watching my dad, it's just so amazing. Everybody who comes out and cheers. And
They're so supportive of the riders.
yes.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm going to see people who have been touched by cancer, it's just going to be really amazing.
Oh my goodness, Summer. Well, we're going to be cheering you on, and we hope that you'll send us pictures when you're done.
Definitely.
We know you're going to kill it on this ride. We're very proud of you. Thanks for
Thank you
joining
so
us today,
much.
Summer. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Our guest today, Summer Stagman. She's a Marston's Mills resident and the youngest full Pan Mass Challenge participant this year. Now, Barnstable lifeguard Jake Avery is getting a lot of praise after saving a choking baby on Craigville Beach this week. We're going to learn more about the incident during our chat with Avery. So, Jake, you have been trained as a lifeguard. How long have you worked as a lifeguard here for the town of Barnstable?
This is my second year with the town.
You jumped into action the other day. You saw a baby choking. What was that like?
It was really very very surreal. It all happened so fast. It's just crazy thinking back on it. Like, wow, that actually happened.
Did your intuition kind of take over, and you must have reacted so quickly?
It was a very quick reaction. I didn't really have any time to think about anything, so I just kind of got up, alerted the other lifeguards, and got down and helped the baby.
And how long did this all take from seeing that baby in distress to the EMS crews showing up?
From the moment the father came up with the baby in his hands, to the moment the baby started to cry was about 30 to 45 seconds. So it was a really quick, it's very quick.
Quick turnaround, but
Yeah.
it probably felt like forever in the time while it was happening.
Yeah, I honestly, it's just a blur now.
When you think about it, you guys go through so much training. When you think about it, did that training just help you make that quick response?
Absolutely. The drills that we do, the lifeguard instructors, they all help out, and just having it refreshed every summer is just it's really good to. It's a good feeling. I definitely knew that I knew what to do.
Yeah, that is a good feeling. You've gotten a lot of attention. A lot of people have said you're a hero. How do you feel about getting all this recognition? Is it a little overwhelming?
It's definitely a little overwhelming. Yeah. It's just the job. It's what we're here for. So, I like to get the recognition for the town because they're pretty much the reason that I was able to do that.
Wow, so amazing to hear you say that afterwards. Anything that you would tell beachgoers if they need help or if they find themselves in a situation like that? Any advice for beachgoers?
Always look to the lifeguards. We're here to help. That's literally our job. So just come ask the lifeguards if you need anything.
Great advice. Well, thank you, and of course, I'm sure you have a lot of thankful parents right now. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
So Peekaboo, I just chatted with Jake Avery, who really jumped into action, really helped save a small baby. Very exciting. He credits his excellent training with the ability to really jump into action without even thinking about it. What kinds of training do lifeguards go through here in the town of Barnstable?
So they have to be lifeguard certified, obviously, but every year we do drills. We have 3 sets of drills. We have waterfront, spinal, and CPR, and conscious choking and unconscious choking. So we do it every morning from 7:30 to before work starts, and so they get that update. They know what they're doing. I watch all of them do all of the skills with my assistant instructor, Dan Loisel, and we just make sure that everyone is on top of their game and able to do every skill that we ask them to do.
So not only are they lifeguard certified, but you repetitively go through drills all summer long to make sure that they can just pull out those skills whenever necessary. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Do other towns do that?
Well, besides the National Seashore, I'm not very sure if other towns are doing it. I'm sure they have their own form of it, but I like to think that we are the most on top of it and refreshing our students and refreshing our fellow lifeguards as often as possible. So.
You must be so proud that when you're the head lifeguard instructor, that your lifeguard was able to react so quickly. How do you feel after the incident?
I'm just very proud of Jake. I couldn't have asked for anything to go better. I couldn't have asked him to change a single thing. He did it exactly as we do in drills, and he even said it felt like I was doing the drill, which makes me feel great and makes everyone and everything we do so worthwhile, you know?
And then I remember hearing, too, that EMS from CALM showed up, and their comment was, wow, was he calm, collected, he knew exactly what he was doing. So that's awesome praise from the EMS responder.
Yeah, it was really amazing. Just couldn't have asked for anything better.
And then you'll continue these trainings, and do lifeguards frequently continue to come back year after year? So that kind of makes them even more skilled.
Yeah, year after year, they just get better and better. They get more comfortable with the skills, they memorize it better, and just overall, everyone gets better with every year. So I couldn't ask for more.
Awesome. Well, thank you for telling us all about what kind of training lifeguards here in the town of Barnstable experience. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Have you ever wondered how you can avoid greenhead flies on Sandy Neck Beach? We're going to learn a little trick from Sandy Neck Beach Park Manager, Nina Coleman. So Nina, it has been a very busy summer, I'm sure, for you guys. Let me check in a little bit and see how the ORV trail is doing on Sandy Neck Beach.
Yeah, so it's been an up and down summer weather-wise. So what's happening right now is we have a few lovely days, and it's jam-packed out there. And then, of course, as you know, we've had some rainy days as well. But we do have 2 miles of glorious beach available right now, and I'm anticipating being able to open some more relatively soon. So 2 miles is quite a bit. It's got a really good summer, and we're hoping folks will keep coming on down, especially this weekend. It's supposed to be quite lovely.
I love heading to Sandy Neck Beach. Went to Bodfish Beach not too long ago, and while I was there, I did experience some greenhead flies, a couple little bites there. Is there anything we can do to prevent that, Nina?
Yes, there is one thing, and that is time, because the greenheads only, the majority of the greenheads live in the life cycle of the first full moon in July to the first full moon in August. So we are getting to the end of the greenhead flies, which is fantastic because they're bad on the beach, but they're even worse by the Great Marsh, which is, of course, where our office is. So we are looking forward to August 7th, which is the next full moon. That's when the vast majority of the greenheads will be done with their life cycle.
Wow.
And then August, and then they have been holding people back. Not just the weather, but the greenheads in July are a little tough. particularly on those really hot July days. So, and there's nothing that I know of that works to repel them. So we are expecting a beautiful weekend, and the end of that, in August, September, October, as you know, are really the best beach days. It's going to just be a really nice end of the summer once those flies go away and once we're able to open more beach. So I'm definitely inviting people to come on down. We're still selling off-road vehicle stickers. The permits do become a reduced rate after Labor Day, so we will reduce the rate on the Tuesday after Labor Day, just to make sure everybody can get out there, and those fees go down quite a bit.
Now, if you get that sticker after Labor Day for that reduced rate, how long are they good?
Yeah, so the permits are good till April 15th of next year.
All right.
So if you have a permit right now, it's good till next year, and then if you purchase a what we call seasonal permit or after Labor Day permit, that will also be good till April 15th of 2018. So that gets you the whole fall, much of the winter, and then just a little bit of the spring before we have those stickers renew.
And I have to say, I think heading to Sandy Neck in the off season when it's not so busy is probably my favorite thing to do. So really a bargain there for the beach stickers. I want to ask you too, are you inviting a WCOD to Sandy Neck?
Yeah, so we had COD of all days. We had them out there on July 25th, which was Dan and Stephanie did their morning show out of Sandy Neck. And of all days, it was like this windy, rainy, just miserable day. And they hunkered down in the lifeguard shack and spoke mostly to Donna Bragg, the lovely Donna Bragg, our operations supervisor at Sandy Neck. She fielded a ton of questions from them. I was busy on the beach with campers that had gotten in trouble with the high tides. So COD is coming back. They're going to do the same program, the 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Program out of Sandy Neck. Hopefully it'll be a nice day. Hopefully they can be outside, and that date is August 24th, which I believe is a Thursday.
That is so exciting, Nina.
Yeah, so they'll be back out there. Certainly come on by, swing on by. We're going to be feeding them. We're going to be talking up Sandy Neck, giving the folks at large, like you and I do, Sarah, like telling them more about Sandy Neck than just that off-road beach. There's so much going on.
There really is.
And it's just really fun to get the word out about, the trails and the bird watching and the
cranberries
and all the things that people don't know about.
Yeah, and those cranberries, I have to say, Sandy Neck is probably one of the most special places. How much equipment do they need to go live from the beach? It seems like that'd be a pretty big production.
Yeah, right. So so they do all right. Obviously power and then data, which we have up there, and Wi-Fi. We have all that available for the Wi-Fi. So they seem to do all right. There was a couple of technicians. There was a child. One of their children was asleep in the lifeguard shack. I mean, it was definitely like a group of people were there to make this happen. I was really surprised that they were able to do it like that. And like I said, it was just a miserable day of all days. I mean, cold. A cold day in July. So I am hoping to give them more of a Sandy Neck experience, but they loved it. They still loved it, and they still wanted to come back.
I'm sure. I do not doubt it for a second. I think that my favorite days are the days when we get sent to Sandy Neck to cover some news item or chat with you about all of the great things on Sandy Neck. So I'm going to cross my fingers for you. Hope you guys have a really great day, and it'll be interesting to hear that. I'll have to tune in.
Awesome. I hope you do, and I hope we come up with a reason to get you out there soon, too, as well, Sarah.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, thanks, Nina. Really appreciate chatting with you and look forward to chatting with you again in the near future.
All right. Have a great day.
All right. You as well. Thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Our guest today, Sandy Neck Beach Park Manager, Nina Coleman. Now let's find out what's happening around town in today's community calendar. Tomorrow you can hear local singer-songwriter Jordan Renzi. Renzi performs traditional folk music. She will be playing at the High Arts Shanties near Bismore Park in Hyannis at 6 Saturday evening. The Love Listen Local series is free to attend. You can help the local community by donating blood next Tuesday right here at Town Hall. The Cape Cod Health Care Bloodmobile will be on hand from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. All blood donated stays right here on Cape Cod. Well, there are no board, committee, or commission meetings today. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to be back Monday with another great show for you. On Monday's show, we'll check in with Superintendent of Schools, Meg Mayo Brown. We'll chat with the new Executive Director of the Barnstable Land Trust, and so much more. For Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Mantle.